Oh boy. It's already been such an eventful day. Gotta love those hump day mornings. Nothing better than waking up in the middle of a hump. And not the good kind of hump, the kind of humps we can do without. They're like life speed humps. And how appropriate since it's Wednesday. You know? Wednesday humps all around. Man, where do I even begin today? So much stuff already happening. People getting me fired up, getting me pissed right off. I just hate people who are so inconsiderate. I think I'm just too old school sometimes, man. Give people the benefit of the doubt too much. But Dan, isn't that how we human better? I'd like to think so. But sometimes I tell you what, the more I try to focus on the good, the more the ugly just starts spewing out. Or maybe because I'm trying to focus on the good, that ugliness just becomes a lot more apparent. It's like, ugh. Get away! Sometimes you have to do those things. Block, delete, bye-bye. It's like you want to tell yourself you can breathe better, but at the same time, you're just sorely disappointed. People are capable of being better. Some people just aren't capable of being better themselves. They like riding in the shit and starting the shit. And the shittiest part of it all, they don't realize it's shit. They think they're great, that everything's just cool and fine. Their selfish ways get in the way of allowing them to see that they're just a piece of poop. I mean, I believe everyone serves a purpose. Sometimes you just don't know what it is. Whatever though, your loss. For a while I thought it was mine. Just not how it is. It's like I want to be angry, spiteful, and filled with hate. But the truth is, I'm just really disappointed. So be real! Be you! And if you are one of those flaky, fakey people, just own up to it. Yeah. Oh man, so other news. Well, today is Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Been working on some design and had some computer issues. Gotta love those. It's one of those things that gets you frustrated. It's like, hey, how about you do this work and then forget to save? Close out that program and open it up to continue work to realize it's not there. Womp, womp, womp. So I guess that's what I'm doing again. Oh yeah! We have the power! Design it faster, better, and stronger. I am such a dork sometimes. So what if I am? I don't care. Dorky. It's not like it really matters to anyone in my circles, so I'm gonna nerd it up. Dork it up. To whatever's up, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Seriously so annoyed today. What's next? Some good news! So yesterday I threw up the latest podcast with Elmer Hall. Did you check it out? There was some video! That's right, if you end up going to the podcast on YouTube, we did do some video. You can actually see us talking! It does seem to make it a little bit more engaging watching two people talk as opposed to just hearing them. But the audio podcast is available on iTunes if you want to check that out too. Also, Elmer ended up putting together a couple videos of our adventure over the past weekend. The Cinco de Mayo weekend! All the mayonnaise! And tacos. Should give it a little look-see. I thought Elmer did a bang-up job cutting it together. It didn't feel as long as it was! I mean, it is a 20-minute video, and there's still so much more content that wasn't even shown. I'm actually trying to figure out how I'm gonna cut mine together so I can share it with you. I'm sure I'll think of something. But again, Elmer did a bang-up job, and you guys should check it out. So view it with your peepers. Just watch it. What else do I want to talk about? So I also met up with my friend Abby, and we did that podcast. Should be out tomorrow! Looking forward to releasing that so everyone can just dive in and check out what gives someone the drive to run 100 miles! Lord knows I'm not that big of a badass. But she is, so be sure to tune in. And in case you didn't know and you haven't done so already, be sure to click follow and subscribe. Never miss anything new. Especially on YouTube. Get to that YouTube. Interesting things! Some things that I find interesting. Happenings in the world. Well, first off, yesterday was the vote in Denver to legalize magic mushrooms. Now, if you follow MAPS, the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, then you know that magic mushrooms and psilocybin has been proven to be an effective treatment for PTSD and depression, as well as several other things. So Denver decided to vote! So the vote was basically to decriminalize the possession of magic mushrooms and or psilocybin. But it got rejected. Why? So close! Maybe next time. I know Oregon has been laying the foundation to be able to get their vote on the ballot coming up soon. So be sure to keep an eye on that. other interesting things. Now, I am a huge fan of Elon. Musk for president as far as I'm concerned. And he had an idea to better humanity. It was kind of interesting. In his investor conference, he was actually talking about Facebook and how he has a few billion extra laying around and he's thinking about getting a hold of Mark Zuckerberg and putting in an offer. An offer to purchase Facebook! In his investor conference, he decided to dive a little bit deeper, showing a video of what he would do if he purchased Facebook. The video was basically a SpaceX launch, with the booster coming up, the two boosters coming down, one landing and then the other one landing on a big old delete button. Basically saying that he would purchase Facebook just to delete it, for the betterment of humanity! Could you imagine? What would it be like if all of a sudden, tomorrow, there was just no more Facebook? What would you do? You'd have to rely on other social media platforms. Would you be able to cope? Seems like I know a lot of people that wouldn't. As for me, I don't know if I'd care so much. It's probably for the better! In Musk I trust! I don't know, I just thought it was kind of interesting. The whole thing actually came about because Elon deleted the Tesla and the SpaceX page on Facebook, saying, quote, "Facebook gives me the willies." He's definitely not a fan of Zuck's practices. Your info is important. That's why Facebook's free, because they sell all of it. Speaking of selling important info, everyone wants to know where they're from. They have this thing inside them that says, I want to know where I came from. But things like, Ancestry.com, 23andMe. 23andMe just got busted. Busted doing what, Dan? Busted selling your DNA to Big Pharma. Yeah. What? Yeah, so all that voluntary DNA, which you paid to give them, they made money off you, or did they? They made it once by selling you the package. People were giving it away as gifts. Then once they collected all these members, had all of your DNA, they decided to sell it to Big Pharma. Makes me quite glad that I never ended up doing it, even though I was curious. I think everyone has several family members that have done the whole DNA thing, which is scary! What is Big Pharma gonna do with it? Who are the actual companies that purchase the information? Not just information, your genetic information. It's totally Black Mirror, dude. It's kinda scary. How come it's not all over the news more? That's what I'd like to know. I've only seen a few obscure articles. And this seems like it needs to have an in-depth investigation. I wanna know, don't you? Anyway, guess that's all I got today. Hump Day! Wednesday. Oh boy, at least the sun's shining, right? I'm Dan, you've been watching the Finding Lost Vlogs. Vlog 39. Woohoo! Be on the lookout for the new things and, do you. Peace, I'm out of here!